Existem bombas de hidrogênio em número suficiente no planeta para destruir cada ser humano. Mas há 60 anos este cenário não existia e havia um homem que estava determinado em manter as coisas dessa forma.
The hydrogen bomb is not a weapon of war. It is a weapon of genocide, and it will destroy humanity.
Robert Oppenheimer afirmava que estava a defender a raça humana.
Will we build the single most violent, destructive, indiscriminate weapon ever conceived by mankind to prevent war?
Os seus inimigos acreditavam que ele devia ser esmagado por ter traído a América.
His wife was a member of the Communist Party. His brother, his friends, all communists.
Estaria o mundo a caminho do Armagedão?
Your country needs you now to demonstrate that we can match the Americans kiloton for kiloton, megaton for megaton.
Your colleague has been arrested in London.
Have you ever been a communist, Mr. Oppenheimer?
I did indeed associate with known communists. I married one.
You seen enough now, Mr. F.B. fucking Hyman?
Did you or did you not give away secrets of the H-bomb to the Russians?
Terror nuclear, Oppenheimer e a bomba de hidrogênio. Após a Segunda Guerra Mundial, a América esperava um futuro atómico radiante.
Atomic cities, cities near atomic plants, are pleasant places of comfortable and well-built family homes.
O Ocidente estava protegido pelo poder dissuasivo das bombas atómicas americanas. Mas o poder militar da União Soviética lançou a sua sombra sobre a Europa e rapidamente sobre todo o mundo ocidental. Em 29 de agosto de 1949, os soviéticos deixaram o mundo boquiaberto ao fazerem explodir a sua própria bomba atómica. Subitamente, o Ocidente encontrava-se ameaçado. Edward Teller, um proeminente físico húngaro, acreditava que a única forma de salvar o mundo do comunismo soviético era construindo uma bomba ainda maior, a bomba de hidrogênio, ou super.
It will create the heat of the sun here on Earth. Temperatures never before experienced on this planet. The atom bomb was just the beginning. Now imagine a fireball that could consume the whole of Manhattan Island, reducing every human being in a 3-mile radius to ash. A shockwave that would flatten every building in the 5 boroughs. One bomb, perhaps 1,000 times more powerful than Hiroshima. Now imagine not one, but tens, hundreds, raining down on American cities. Millions will die. America will die. And that is why America must be prepared, must build a hydrogen bomb, must build it now.
What does Oppenheimer have to say about all this, Edward?
Robert Oppenheimer era o cérebro por trás das primeiras bombas atómicas do mundo. Bombas que tinham destruído Hiroshima e Nagasaki, matando centenas de milhares de pessoas.
I am very proud of what we have accomplished. My only regret is that we did not develop the bomb in time to use it on the Nazis.
Para muitos, Oppenheimer era um herói por ter ajudado a terminar a guerra, mas vivia atormentado pela culpa.
The physicists have known sin. And this is a knowledge they cannot lose. I am heavy with grief and shame, and believe the time will come when mankind will curse the names of Los Alamos and Hiroshima, We must stop now before it is too late.
Durante 3 anos, Oppenheimer tinha sido o chefe conselheiro do presidente Truman em energia nuclear. Em janeiro de 1950, o secretário de Estado, Dean Acheson, convocou-o à Casa Branca.
Dr. Oppenheimer.
Good to see you again, Dean.
We've just received some rather shocking news. Your colleague, Klaus Fuchs, has been arrested in London.
Klaus?
He's confessed to passing classified information to the Soviets.
What information exactly?
The atom bomb.
Klaus Fuchs tinha trabalhado sob as ordens de Oppenheimer em Los Alamos, mas era um espião comunista. Fuchs confessou ter entregado os planos da bomba atómica aos soviéticos. A Casa Branca, ainda em estado de choque, queria saber que outros segredos os soviéticos poderiam ter roubado à equipa de Oppenheimer.
The President would like you to brief him on any other information your friend, Dr. Fuchs, has been privy to. Conversations regarding the hydrogen bomb, for example.
That, yes, of course. Yeah.
The President will see you now, Dr. Oppenheimer.
Desde que descobriu a escala dos danos infligidos pela sua bomba atómica, Oppenheimer opôs-se ao desenvolvimento da bomba de hidrogênio que Edward Teller desejava ver construída.
What do we think about the Nazis? They killed 6 million people. What will the world say about America and democracy if we kill 6 million people with our hydrogen bombs? Or 10 million, or 20 million?
They will not be used. Their function is to prevent war.
But that's insanity, Edward. Will we build the single most violent, destructive, indiscriminate weapon ever conceived by mankind to prevent war? A weapon so randomly destructive it cannot possibly have a military value. It's not a weapon of war, it's a weapon of genocide.
Perhaps so. But you are naive. Naive. If you believe that Russian scientists will not also be considering how to fuse isotopes of hydrogen. And if they build a hydrogen bomb, then we must build the hydrogen bomb. It is beyond morality. We have no choice.
O presidente apoiou Edward Teller e com os soviéticos a construir a bomba atómica tão rapidamente, até o próprio Oppenheimer caiu sob uma forte suspeição. Daí em diante iria ser vigiado pelo FBI.
He's gone, Mr. President.
Don't bring that guy around here again. Goddamn crybaby scientist. Spent most of his time wringing his hands and telling me they had blood on them. For Pete's sake, he just built the bomb. I'm the guy who fired it off.
Good afternoon, Mr. Acheson.
Baseados em grande parte na informação de Fuchs, os cientistas soviéticos tinham construído a bomba atómica de raiz em 4 anos. Então, Stalin ordenou-lhes que construíssem a bomba de hidrogênio. O jovem e promissor físico soviético Andrei Sakharov recebeu ordens para deixar a sua família e trabalhar numa nova arma.
Hello, my name is Sakharov. I was told to report here.
I know who you are. You are going to the installation.
The installation?
To Azamat 16.
400 quilómetros a leste de Moscou encontrava-se Azamat 16, uma cidade inteira dedicada à bomba nuclear soviética. Milhares de prisioneiros dos famosos campos de trabalho de Stalin tinham sido forçados a construí-la ameaçados de morte. Era tão secreta que não aparecia em mapa nenhum. projeto era liderado pelo homem que tinha construído a bomba atómica soviética, Igor Kurchatov.
Welcome to the installation. You must be Andrei Dmitrievich. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you too, comrade...
Kurchatov. Come inside, come.
Os soviéticos tinham tomado a liderança. Na América, Oppenheimer mantinha-se decididamente contra a bomba H, mas Teller tinha encontrado um poderoso aliado num membro da Comissão de Energia Atómica americana, Lewis Strauss.
For 10 years, I have wanted to build the hydrogen bomb for America. And for 10 years, he has stood in my way. Why? I don't know. Perhaps because he does not wish his achievement to be eclipsed by a greater one.
Exactly, Edward. Exactly.
And God knows, the hydrogen bomb will be to the atom bomb what the atom bomb was to dynamite. 1,000 times more powerful, but still not as big as Oppenheimer's ego.
You know, there's a rumor that he's on the Kremlin payroll.
I know. I started it.
Would you gentlemen like something to eat?
Just coffee, please, black.
Coffee, cream, and sugar, please. His wife was a member of the Communist Party. His brother, his mistress, his friends, all communists.
That doesn't necessarily mean he's a spy.
Does it make him fit to advise the president on nuclear policy? Let me ask you, what is the effect of his constant attempts to block the H-bomb?
Gentlemen?
Thank you.
Except to give the Soviet Union time to catch up with our weapons research. Is this man a fool? Or does he think we are?
Strauss e Teller uniram esforços e em breve obtiveram aquilo que desejavam.
Today, President Truman announced that we will build the hydrogen bomb.
Our homes, our nation, all the things we believe in are in great danger. The future of civilization depends on what we do.
Klaus Fuchs tinha sido condenado a 14 anos numa prisão britânica por quebrar o Official Secrets Act. Mas ninguém sabia o quanto ele tinha revelado aos soviéticos acerca da Super. Teller expressou as suas preocupações a um amigo.
The damage that Fuchs has done is great. I am plagued by memories of our friendship. Like so many of us here, we are refugees, trying to find our way. We are brothers. We spoke so often and in depth about our intensive efforts that I now feel somehow implicated and must make amends. The atom bomb was yesterday's weapon. The hydrogen bomb would be 1,000 times more powerful. I am racking my brains to remember. Did I give away too much? The magic here, Klaus, will be the tritium. I am terribly anxious and quite doubtful whether we can keep up with the Russians in the atomic race. And finally, we can now confidently expect a Vijant.
Get that communist Joe. That's old Joe.
As notícias da traição de Fuchs contribuíram para o início de uma caça às bruxas. O senador Joe McCarthy lançou a sua campanha para erradicar todos os comunistas americanos.
Are you a member of the communist conspiracy as of this moment? I respectfully decline to answer that question under the protection of the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, and that my answer might be incriminating. I'll ask the
You
reporter
should be
to
watching this.
send a transcript of the
This
testimony
nut McCarthy.
over to
That'll be it, Dr. Oppenheimer. You're all finished.
The president has made his decision. If you go on TV and badmouth him, people will say you're being disloyal.
Disloyal? To be concerned about national security? They're proposing to waste untold precious resources on a bomb that won't work at the expense of plutonium production on a bomb that does. Disloyal.
It's not what you say. It's what people think you say that matters.
Kitty, what's wrong?
I guess I feel responsible.
For what?
For making you a target.
Oh, come on. We went to a couple of meetings. I was never that involved.
Yes, but I was. That's how it works, isn't it? Guilt by association.
Hey, baby. Come here. They know everything about me. And they knew about my past when they appointed me to the project.
They cleared you because they needed you. You were useful to them. Now you're not so useful. Now you're just a guy with a big mouth.
We're ready for you, Mr. Oppenheimer.
Hey.
A superbomb is a matter that touches the very basis of our morality. It is a weapon of unknown design, cost, and military value. And I'm not sure the miserable thing can be gotten to the target except by ox cart.
Any comments?
The super is a monster. We should not build it. That does not make me a communist.
Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party, Mr. Oppenheimer? Mr. Oppenheimer!
Apesar da posição de Oppenheimer, o presidente Truman deu o seu aval à construção da Bomba H. Com segurança apertada em Los Alamos, Edward Teller deu início ao projeto com que tinha sonhado durante anos.
Our project is to create the energy of the sun, to create nuclear fusion, to create it here on Earth. We must work as if our lives depended on it. Which, gentlemen, I truly believe they do.
Foi salto científico em direção ao desconhecido. Ao fundir átomos de hidrogênio, Teller esperava recriar o processo que faz o Sol funcionar. O único poder na Terra suficientemente capaz de fundir os átomos de hidrogênio era a bomba atómica de Oppenheimer. Mas isso seria apenas o que iria fazer funcionar a super. Teller prometeu tê-la pronta em 2 anos.
I am more satisfied than I have been in the last 35 years. I love the job I'm going to do.
Os americanos temiam que Fuchs tivesse revelado aos soviéticos tudo aquilo que Teller sabia. O FBI enviou o agente Robert Lanphier a Londres.
Commander Arnold? Agent Lanphier?
Klaus, did you, or did you not, pass on secrets of the H-bomb to the Russians?
Os soviéticos enfrentavam uma decisão crucial. Sakharov tinha visto toda a informação de Fuchs, mas queria seguir o seu próprio caminho.
Sorry to keep you all waiting, gentlemen. Sorry. Everybody, I want to introduce you to Andrei Dmitrievich Sakharov. Some of you will already be familiar with his work in gas dynamics. But perhaps he will consent to say a few words about his new design.
If I may, I call it the layer cake. Quite simply, a fission core is encased in a layer of fusible material and then a layer of conventional explosive to implode the whole device. The icing on the cake, as it were. Its explosive yield is not going to be in the megaton range, but still potentially in the hundreds of kilotons. And what I like about it is we can actually test it.
A bomba de Sakharov seria muito menos poderosa do que a bomba de Teller, mas muito mais simples de construir. O complexo plano de Teller dependia de uma cadeia de reações nucleares a disparar contra o centro da bomba. O matemático Stan Ulam estava encarregue dos cálculos.
What are you saying, Stan? The model considered this a fizzle? What does this mean? The model considered this a fizzle?
Well, exactly that, Edward.
The results point to the progress of the reaction being mediocre, even given a large amount of tritium.
No. You've made a mistake. There is some bias in your samples.
Edward, something you should perhaps consider. Maybe these calculations reveal a flaw in your design.
There is no flaw in the design. Your work is false. I don't believe a word of it. Take me to my office.
Os resultados de Ulan foram rapidamente confirmados na Universidade de Princeton por dos primeiros computadores digitais do mundo.
I guess you heard that.
Yeah. To make a superbomb would require 3, 4, 5 kilograms of tritium fuel?
Evidently.
Rather more than you predicted.
About 30 to 50 times more.
It's quite a discrepancy.
Is there a point to this? Or are you just calling to crow?
The point is, Edward, to make a super bomb to your specifications would absorb up to 5 years of reactor effort, and it's simply impractical. You need to go back to the drawing board on this.
Thanks for your help, Robert. We'd love you here.
Lavrenti Pavlovich Beria liderava o projeto nuclear soviético. O tirânico chefe da polícia secreta condenou milhares de prisioneiros à morte, utilizando-os na construção de reatores nucleares e na extração de urânio, sem qualquer proteção.
I have a direct message for you from Comrade Stan. By the way, how's your wife?
My wife is well, thank you.
Your country needs you now to demonstrate that we can match the Americans kiloton for kiloton, megaton for megaton.
It's results, Edward. We need results. I've got to be seeing something.
Ainda sem nenhum plano de trabalho, Teller enfrentava cada vez mais críticas, incluindo o seu aliado Lewis Strauss.
There's a lot of talk around town, Edward, that you've led the nation on a wild goose chase. A lot of trust has been put in you. A lot of money. Some people are saying you've made some bad choices.
We lack a manufacturing base to rival the Americans. But we have one thing they do not: belief.
Of course, the root problem is the quality of the staff at Los Alamos. They are all such unmitigated mediocrities, totally lacking in drive and imagination. And what it comes down to? Oppenheimer.
While their scientists argue with each other in public like schoolboys, ours are side by side in the laboratories, working together in a common purpose.
Some of the foremost physicists in the world, I have approached them directly. They have turned me down. Why? Again, Oppenheimer. They're all under his spell. Whatever he says, they believe.
Problem is, all the derogatory information on Oppenheimer is old hat.
What we need is something new.
Em pouco tempo, o FBI descobriu algo de novo. Eles suspeitavam que, enquanto Fuchs trabalhou às ordens de Oppenheimer, o seu contacto era o farmacêutico Harry Gold. Mas precisavam da confirmação de Fuchs.
I want names, and I want dates. I'm not leaving here until I have them. Well.
Após 6 dias, Fuchs cedeu finalmente.
I knew him as Raymond. Here, from Moscow.
A revelação de Gold como sendo Raymond foi um enorme avanço. Levou à rápida detenção de Julius Rosenberg e da sua esposa Ethel. Foram ambos implicados no transporte de informação de Los Alamos para os soviéticos. Como antigo cientista-chefe em Los Alamos, Oppenheimer caiu sob um intenso escrutínio.
Enter the federal building in New York. It is a stern jurisdiction.
You've seen enough now, Mr. F.B. fucking I-Man!
Mrs. Ethel Rosenberg, who with her husband was convicted of actually
You've had enough to drink. Let's get some rest, huh?
Don't patronize me, Robert. I haven't had a drop. Turn that goddamn radio off.
Mrs. Rosenberg's brother confessed theft of the secrets while stationed at the Los Alamos atomic project. He later became...
O Ocidente ficava cada vez mais alarmado pela ameaça vermelha. Em junho de 1950, as forças das Nações Unidas foram para a guerra para impedir que a Coreia do Sul caísse em mãos comunistas.
The fact that communist forces have invaded Korea is a warning that there may be similar acts of aggression in other parts of the world.
On the battlefront in Korea, United Nations forces fight desperately to meet the Red attack.
As tropas americanas sofreram muitas baixas. Aumentavam os receios de que o presidente Truman não recorresse novamente à bomba atómica.
Northern Korea. The president has stated that the use of the atomic bomb is being considered to halt the communist onrush inspired by Russia. His hope is that the employment of this devastating weapon will be unnecessary.
Be a little more careful, will you? This is explosives.
Após trabalharem 10 meses no projeto da bomba de hidrogênio, os cientistas em Los Alamos encontraram uma forma de avançar. Foi algo que chamou de imediato a atenção de Oppenheimer, que era o chefe conselheiro nuclear do presidente.
Oppie, I think this is it. I've cracked it. We've cracked it.
Let's go for a drive.
The X-rays implode the second stage of the device, the plutonium rod, or spark plug, at the core of the secondary, which fissions.
Teller via a radiação proveniente da bomba atómica de Oppenheimer como a chave para desencadear a reação na sua bomba H.
Your solution to the ignition problem is technically very sweet. Congratulations.
Is that it? No moral objections?
Edward, come on. We both know it would be folly for me to oppose the exploration of this new weapon. But that we become committed to it as a way to save our country and the peace appears to me to be full of danger.
Os americanos preparavam-se para provocar a maior explosão jamais criada pelo homem. Local, as ilhas Anahuac, no Pacífico. 10.000 funcionários apressaram-se para preparar um teste no outono de 1952. Com o nome de código Ivy Mike, a bomba pesava 65 toneladas. Demasiado grande para ser largada de um avião, foi colocada num hangar gigante. Mas Edward Teller, o chefe responsável pelo projeto, não iria estar presente. Depois de um conflito sobre o seu estilo de liderança, demitiu-se.
You have a grandstand seat here to one of the most momentous events in the history of science. This is the first full-scale test of a hydrogen device. For the sake of all of us, and for the sake of our country, I know that you join me in wishing this expedition well.
It is now 30 seconds to zero time. Put on goggles or turn away. Do not remove goggles or face burst until 10 seconds after the first light. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Bola bola de fogo com 3 km de diâmetro recriou todos os elementos que o universo tinha visto até então. Foi o equivalente a 1000 Hiroshimas. A cerca de 8.000 km de distância, Teller viu o nascimento da sua bomba.
Island seems to have vanished, over. Say again, Red Leader? The island seems to have just disappeared.
Operator.
Hello. I want to send a telegram to Dr. Robert Oppenheimer.
What is your message, sir?
It's a boy.
Congratulations, sir.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Commander Bomba. That was the commander of the aircraft carrier 35 miles out from the blast site. He said the blast took out the horizon. Can you imagine that, Kitty? Took out the entire horizon from 35 miles out.
Robert?
They vaporized an entire island, clean blew it out of the ocean, and then it turned into this dust cloud. It's now circling the Earth and showering us all with radioactive fallout. He said the blast was so intense that it stripped the entire atoll of anything living, anything growing, anything walking. Birds just fell out of the sky, black as cinders. Who cares about the birds, right? Who cares about the fucking birds?
Robert, what did you expect?
I expected it not to work.
How could it fail? You helped build it up.
Bomb, bomb, hydrogen bomb. Bomb, bomb, hydrogen bomb. It's a big loud noise and you're real gone. Bomb, bomb, the hydrogen bomb.
Os americanos começaram a construir uma bomba H que pudesse ser largada de um avião. Em 1953, Eisenhower tomou posse como presidente e aumentou de imediato as despesas com armas nucleares.
We are forced to concentrate on building such stores of armaments as can deter any attack against those who want to be free.
Nesse ano, os soviéticos perderam os líderes do seu programa nuclear.
Comrades, it is with the deepest regret that we inform you that our great leader and comrade, Joseph Vissarionovich Stalin, has died.
Arrebentou então uma luta pelo poder na União Soviética.
What's going on?
Os rivais de Beria chamaram-no para uma reunião. Era uma emboscada. Dois meses após a queda de Beria, a bomba H soviética estava pronta.
We must evacuate everyone downwind of ground zero.
It would mean moving tens of thousands of people. You do realize that.
Taking into account possible changes in wind direction, this is the area we believe must be cleared.
Dezenas de milhares de pessoas foram retiradas.
A shockwave blasted my ears and struck a sharp blow to my entire body. Then there was a prolonged, ominous rumble that slowly died away after 30 seconds or so. I could see a stupendous cloud trailing streamers of purple dust. The cloud turned gray and swirled upward, shimmering with gleams of orange. Within minutes, the cloud, which now filled half the sky, turned a sinister blue-black color.
A bomba H soviética tinha chegado vários anos mais cedo que aquilo que a CIA tinha previsto, alimentando as suspeitas de que ainda existiam espiões em solo americano. Julius e Ethel Rosenberg tinham sido enviados recentemente para a cadeira elétrica por transmitirem segredos nucleares aos soviéticos. O seu destino era uma lembrança para todos os americanos daquilo que esperava os espiões comunistas.
Let's be clear on this, Edward. You think Oppenheimer has been spying for the Soviets?
I don't say that.
Okay.
He has been blocking the H-bomb. This is a matter of public record. Why? I don't say that he receives direct instructions from Moscow, no. But who needs instructions when he is sympathetic to the cause? He knows what to do, and he does it.
Thank you, Dr. Teller.
Nomeado por Eisenhower como novo chefe da Comissão de Energia Atómica, Strauss estava determinado em destruir o pai da bomba atómica. Cinco dias após a sua nomeação, Strauss ordenou ao FBI para confiscar todos os documentos secretos de Oppenheimer. Era o equivalente a acusá-lo de ser um espião.
On instructions from the President, the Atomic Energy Commission has revoked your security clearance. We have made a list of our reasons for this action.
Reasons? Isn't this a charge sheet? Well, I guess I always expected this day to come. Let's have a look here. Between 1936 and 1941, I did indeed associate with known communists. I married one. Subscribed to party journals. No, you got that wrong. I never really subscribed. Employed communists to work on the Manhattan Project. You know, I'm going to have to get back to you on that one. Oh, but look here. Our old friend, the H-bomb. This is new. Well, attempted to retard atomic weapons development, in particular the H-bomb. Well, I did express an opinion on the H-bomb. I guess that's what this is about, huh?
If you wish to make light of it, Robert.
No! I am not making light of it. How do you think I should respond, Lewis? Should I resign?
That choice is up to you, Robert.
Yes, it is for me to decide. And I'm going to have to think about this one.
We'll need your response by tomorrow.
Well, I better consult my lawyer then.
I'm afraid not. For security reasons, you understand.
Well, I am beginning to, Lewis.
Os americanos estavam prontos para testar a sua nova super. Com menos de um quarto do peso da Ivy Mike, iria criar a maior explosão alguma vez vista. Foi apelidada de Shrimp.
We have made a thing, a most terrible weapon that has altered abruptly and profoundly the nature of the world. A thing that by the standards of the time that we grew up in is an evil thing. And by so doing, we have raised the question, once again, is science good for man? We are scientists. Just scientists. Not armament manufacturers. And this weapon, this novel weapon of ours is by definition a weapon of terror and aggression. A weapon for aggressors.
O tamanho da explosão tinha sido largamente subestimado.
Is it true that the American H-bomb test in effect ran out of control?
No. The yield was about double that of the calculated estimates, a margin of error not incompatible with a totally new weapon.
A cerca de 13 quilómetros da explosão, um barco de pesca japonês foi atingido por chuva radioativa.
Mr. Stress, how about some basic info on the H-bomb, please? Its size compared to the atom bomb.
It can be made as large as you wish, large enough to take out a city.
How big a city?
Moscow, Berlin, any city.
Any city. New York City.
The metropolitan area. Yes. No more comments.
Strauss tinha feito aquilo que Oppenheimer sempre tinha desejado fazer: alertar a América para o absoluto horror da super.
It can destroy any city. That means Fort Worth and Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Amarillo, El Paso, yes, Johnson City.
You will know when it comes. It looks something like this. But if you duck and cover like Bert, you will be much safer.
The hydrogen bomb, blast it all, let it fall. Oh, I hold the hydrogen bomb, God have mercy on me.
O mundo preparou-se para enfrentar um ataque nuclear.
Товарищи, не волнуйтесь. Во время воздушной тревоги весь городской транспорт выходит за черту города, где жители будут в большей безопасности.
I'm going to explain to you the system of warning signals that will be used in this country in the event of a nuclear attack. Where sirens have not yet been provided, the grey warning may also be given by church bells. Or in Scotland, where church bells are not in common use, by word of mouth or by whistle.
Em Washington, Oppenheimer contestava a suspensão do seu certificado de segurança. Estava a lutar pela sua reputação e pela sua carreira. Cientistas de renome testemunharam em seu favor.
I believe that this board has made a mistake. This bill of particulars is quite capable of being interpreted as placing this man on trial because he held opinions, which is quite contrary to the American system.
We have an A-bomb because of this man, a whole series of them.
Of course, you don't know what the file before the board has disclosed.
No, but I think any incident in a man's life, you have to take it in some. What made him act? What he did? What kind of a person he is? That's what you're really doing here. You're writing a man's life.
Os dados não jogavam a favor de Oppenheimer. Com o aval do presidente, até o escritório dos seus advogados foi colocado sob escuta.
Next witness, please, Mrs. Oppenheimer. Mrs. Oppenheimer, how did you leave the Communist Party?
By walking away.
Did you have a card?
Yes.
Did you turn it in or tear this up?
I have no idea.
A acusação apresentou a sua principal testemunha, Edward Teller.
Do you or do you not believe that Dr. Oppenheimer is a security risk?
In a great number of cases, I have seen Dr. Oppenheimer act in a way which was, to me, exceedingly hard to understand. I thoroughly disagreed with him in numerous issues, and his actions, frankly, appeared to me confused and complicated. To this extent, I feel that I would like to see the vital interests of this country in hands which I understand better, and therefore trust more.
Thank you, Dr. Teller. You may go.
O testemunho de Teller foi o golpe final.
I'm sorry.
After what you just said, I don't know what you mean.
O painel de jurados concluiu que Oppenheimer tinha uma suscetibilidade para ser influenciado que poderia acarretar graves implicações para a segurança dos interesses da nação. Confirmaram o cancelamento do seu certificado de segurança. Oppenheimer estava arruinado.
In the forest, in battle, out on the great sea, at the precipice's edge, in the mountains, in sleep, in delirium, in deep trouble.
Good deeds a man has done before defend him. Someone remind me what my good deeds are.
A corrida às armas nucleares tinha perdido o seu maior opositor. Um ano depois, a União Soviética tornou-se no primeiro país a largar uma bomba de hidrogênio de um avião.
Well done.
Sakharov soube de seguida que o teste tinha ceifado a vida de inocentes. 14 anos mais tarde, enfureceu-se contra as autoridades, exprimindo o seu alarme em relação ao poder que ele próprio tinha ajudado a libertar.
What troubles me now is this. Thermonuclear weapons could end human civilizations. They have become so frightening that the very thought of using them seems unreal. Their credibility as a deterrent has thus decreased, while their threat has increased enormously.
Em 1956, os americanos testaram a sua primeira bomba de hidrogênio aerotransportada. Depois de ter falado contra a corrida às armas, Sakharov foi banido de toda a pesquisa nuclear e tornou-se num dos principais dissidentes. Teller acabou por ter uma carreira de sucesso. Foi conselheiro de sucessivos presidentes na corrida às armas nucleares. Oppenheimer foi mais tarde distinguido pelo seu trabalho, mas a sua reputação ficou despedaçada. Morreu de cancro em 1967. Em 1952, a Grã-Bretanha construiu a sua bomba. Seguiu-se a China em 1964 e a França nesse mesmo ano.
We and our supposed enemy are likened to two scorpions in a bottle, both capable of killing the other, but only at the risk of their own lives. Mankind certainly has the capability to destroy itself, and only the greatest act of faith could persuade us that what will be left will be human. Some legacy, huh?
A paz mundial baseava-se então num novo conceito. Destruição mútua assegurada. MAD. Versão portuguesa via satélite.